exchangers are critical in every aircraft, but we're still doing them by hand. Thousands of delicate tubes must be inserted with perfect precision. One small misaligned tube grounds the entire aircraft. Today, we will address one distinct problem guided by this question. How do we autonomously insert thousands of tubes with zero defects and no human intervention? Next-gen propulsion is a $99.7 billion market by 2030. Every advanced aircraft needs 18 to 32 heat exchangers just to function. Congress just authorized a $3.3 billion next-generation air dominance deal. That's over 2,000 aircraft in the pipeline right now, all needing precision thermal management that current manufacturing can't deliver.
Today, microtube heat exchangers are limited in manufacturing and not performance. Each unit requires thousands of tubes inserted one at a time. This can take hours. On top of that, extremely tight tolerances meaning in small misalignments lead to an entire unit failure. As a result, manufacturing becomes a bottleneck, preventing the systems from scaling. So the question becomes, how do we conquer precision at scale?
Introducing Odin, the next best advancement in microtube heat exchanger technology. So Odin is the autonomous manufacturing process for microtube heat exchangers for tube alignment and insertion. It uses a physics-informed machine learning language model and MPC and camera vision for real-time tube alignment. It uses a vacuum chuck that's additively manufactured to avoid issues like mushrooming and crimping, and has padded feeds to protect tube structural integrity. It uses vision-confirmed seating with predictive maintenance, and also allows you to batch thousands of tubes inserting at the same time, which will save you tons of time and increase your throughput tremendously. So after you're done with that system, then you can just shell it and braze it like a traditional Honeywell heat exchanger solution. So we needed a couple assumptions to make this a reality, specifically about the tolerances of the parts for the tubes, the baffles, and the shell. However, these are standard manufacturing solutions such as lithography etching. Now, this is what makes our solution novel. It's our tube sheet alignment system that uses an AI model and camera vision. This is the only way to actively and correctly align tubes that's not patented.
Now that you've seen the mechanical side, let me introduce the intelligence behind it. This is the Odin dashboard. It's where we monitor the state of the process live, alignment status, insertion behavior, and vision verification as the build is happening. What's important here is that quality control is happening continuously with Odin's digital twin, which mirrors what the physical system is doing, such that we can monitor and optimize tube alignment in real time. That way we catch defects immediately instead of at the end of the process. And underneath all of this, we have an ontology, a reunified relational digital model. So the machine, dashboard, and sensors are all talking about the same things in the same way.
All right, so as you can see, in the bottom left, we have a live camera feed that's feeding from the camera that's mounted on the funnel there into a higher processing device. And what this does is it analyzes the images and it draws circles where the holes are that the tubes are going to insert to. And then it analyzes these again to find the center. And this is what we consider the target. And this is where the funnel is going to go to. And that's how we intelligently align the manifold with the header. And if you can see here, if I adjust it, it's going to update in real time, making sure we're always on point to that target.
Okay, so compared to some of the other traditional methods of the past, right, things you can do with hand, maybe some kind of pneumatic actuation, or anything along those lines, we find that you risk IP infringement, you risk CUI leaking, you risk fouling and scoring and scalding, right? And so thankfully with Odin, we are able to exist in a much lower risk space. And we're able to get much better precision, lower damage risk, lower variability that will cause things like RNO or damage. Next slide.
Odin leverages digital architecture tools like Canio's System Modeler into manufacturing. We can connect requirements, certification standards like AS9100, design and production into a single system that continuously improves. And modern defense programs like NGAD, this is not optional. Traceability, speed, and scalability are essential to success. Without it, companies risk falling behind in future contracts. Odin proves that digital engineering eliminates the manufacturing bottleneck, ensuring process scalability.
So let's look at the business case. Effectively, you are able to have much less operator involvement in this. And something that you're able to get not only better consistency, but less labor involvement, and you're able to actually move into these higher growth regions, especially where we see a lot of, like with these larger contracts, larger government contracts, our business is moving in. Next slide. I mean, if we're just being generous and we're saying someone's doing multiples of these a second, we immediately 10x that even, right? And if you look at the grand scheme of things, I'd say in large scale, it'll be 50% our costs. Thankfully, the aero market is running very hot right now. And so this is a fantastic investment, and that's why we believe That's money well spent.